going from this oil tank to this custom one. All right, so we are getting this installed, and we got to figure out some oil lines and where things are going to go. So reference, if you want to know a Sportster and where it feeds, right? So we got our main line, we got to figure out that's our feed line. Okay, we have a return line and a venting line. That's all going to be the same, just routed differently. This is by Welding Imagineer. Had this on the channel. We welded up the tabs in order for this to be mounted. And if you've seen the bike before, previous videos, cut out all the tabs, lost some weight, all right? We're going to full aluminum at this point, and welded all of the attachments that came with this oil tank on here. And that allows us to now get it all slid in here, but we just gotta figure out where we're gonna feed the oil lines to make this more permanent. All right, so let's put it right there. First things first, we are going to slide this in here. Sure, everything should still all work where it's at. Okay, holes look good. All right, get these mounted here. So if you're wondering where we're gonna put the battery, since we chopped off all the tabs and now we have no location to put it on the side here, it's gonna go right in the middle. This is the AGX style batteries that will fit in here. And the main power line will run through here. And then as well, it also changes the oil fill location to the right-hand side. I'll show you guys later, but the back oil side of this tank is nice and formed with the whole frame of the bike. So it gives a nice fender looking style or motocross looking style to the rear. So it really tightens everything up. Super stoked on how it looks. Let's figure out how we're gonna get these lines around. So it's a little bit of a tricky part because we now have new position where our oil lines are, and we could just have a bunch of extra hose lines and fit them all in there and just call it good. But I wanna make it look nice so it doesn't take away from the look in general and just be creative on how we're gonna hide them. So we have our main oil feed line, then we have our vent line, then we have our return line on the other side. Let's start off with the vent line. I got a new fitting here for the cam cover that goes in here. So we're gonna get that in. Oil feed line goes into here, connects out here. Throw on, I use like these fuel injection clamps, a little bit cleaner than the standard slotted clamps to work with. Get this on here prior, slip this over, and we're gonna run it up through the ear of the cam cover here that we've cut up. Throw another clamp on here. The only downside of using like the universal ones, that the pre-formed ones, make sure you don't have any kinks. I might, yeah, I'm gonna run it that way. There we go. A little tight, but that works. It's not kinked, gives us just enough. And then we'll throw this over here just to get an idea. We'll end up using like a clamp on that side, right about there, start off with. I like it for now, it'll do, until we kind of get the kinks out of everything. We can go back and maybe reroute it a different way, but this will suffice. Cut off maybe about 6 inches, 8 inches or so. Throw our clamp on here. Yeah, it's a little too long, but that'll work for right now. We'll get more cleaned up. Yeah, that looks terrible. Every time we change something on this bike to something that's way more than just a bolt-on, it becomes a lateral effect of just non-stop. The next step you have to change and trying to just get to that point of when's it gonna end? Well, this hopefully we can get to the end of it, all right? Because we have opposite sides. We have a feed side on the other and a return on this side. Normally the feed is on this side, which would make sense because all the molded hoses that would go plop right back into place are also, of course, different sizes. So this is like a 1/2 inch hose up here, 1/2 inch hose that goes to our drain plug on the bracket. You'd pop that off and drain your oil. And then this would go right into your feed line. Also, the feed line, then this is perfect for if it was gonna go straight down below, but our return line on that oil pump is above. So just, it's all a little bit different. Now, like I said, you could just pop the hose and be done with it, but I aesthetically want it to look good with the bike and flow together, and keeping things hidden is just, I like doing it. It's cool. It's when you build bikes like that and you just have stuff that it is unseen when you think you should see it. So duplicating this, one, when you're doing the feed, Harley did this and they did the bigger sizes, and then they reduced it down to a 3/8, And the reason why they did that was so that there wouldn't be any air pockets. They wanted to get as much pressure as they could without any air pockets, and then they would reduce it down to a 3/8. Now, that would be for the feed line, and being that it was all the way up on this side, feeding down and then going around some corners, it would presumably make sense of why they did what they did. But I think we can get away with it on the return side because we're only gonna have one turn. We are deleting essentially the drain plug hose area that would plop off on the side. So we're gonna start off by just getting this hooked up, get this down, and then we'll go on the other side and figure out how we're gonna lay this out, okay? If you're wondering what this hose does, when it connects to, this is the transition vent hose. So it pukes out if it gets overfilled. It's just there, it can go out pretty much to the atmosphere or just tuck it down below, which we'll probably do something of one or the other once I decide we get these oil lines all correctly matched up. All right, so let's get this line looped in. Don't forget about our clamp here. Get that sink in. These brass fittings bite hard, so removing them, it's got like that reverse cut almost into it where it just bites and does not want to remove, which is nice, but if you want to change your idea, you're kind of stuck with it a bit. So tie this in. Okay, it's good there. I want to check the angle which we're going to run this through. Probably need some type of heat shield. I think the original one had one, so might be doing that. And then now we should be on the other side. Here we go. All right, this is our end point. If we were to shoot across, it'd essentially just be just like that, which is okay. But what I want to do is see if we can pre-form a hose so that it wraps tighter up against the oil pump there so that it's a little more close and tight against the motor. I'm gonna try this, see if we can get this to work. I'm gonna throw a heat shield over here, heat it up, and see if we can bend it just a little bit or a lot of it, be able to get that little bit of a natural bend without having to force upon it. Just kind of sponge out or spring out. I'll see you guys when this thing cools down here. There's a normal end. Now our pre-formed, now it's barely there. Kind of worked, got a little bit of an edge to it that I needed, so we'll work with that. And now we need to get our form right, if this is gonna work or not. Get a zip tie. All right, we got one side and the other side. Now we just gotta get them connected. This should suffice for the return. It is a 3/8 by 3/8, all that good stuff going in there. The pressure is all good. The heat temps on this is all good. So that's gonna sit right underneath there, and then we'll slide this up right up on top. It came out the way I was hoping, nice and tucked away, not flopping all around or massive loops. Full right now. So we had our feed line going down, we have our vent line coming in, and then of course our return line. Now the only thing that might change about this is just get one long hose line, but that 90 on the back side of this does a nice job of just keeping nice and tucked against the frame without having to put any reinforcement or any zip ties into it. So I may or may not keep it or get a different fitting or different hose clamps, but for now, I love it, the way it's looking. You can see this nice, glorious maze that we've been working through. But for now, that wraps me on this one. I greatly appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button, tap that like, press notification, leave a comment below and tell what you think. And for those who've already subscribed, thank you as always. Stay free. See you guys later. Peace.